Hey y'all, welcome back to Caitlyn's Corner. So this week we are celebrating Adopt a Cat Month for the month of June, and today I have for y'all a bunch of cat books, and we have Scrawny Cat, and this is by Phyllis Root. You see poor Scrawny Cat. So if you're ready, we're going to get started reading, okay? A scrawny cat crept down the street. He was lonely. He was little. He was lost. That poor scrawny cat. He had belonged to someone once, and she had belonged to him. Someone who picked him up and scratched his ears and let him lick her chin. Someone who knew his name. Now everyone called him, "Get out of here." But the scrawny cat knew his name was not "Get out of here." Is that Scrawny Cat's name? No. The wind hurried the scrawny cat along. He hunkered in a doorway where good smells drifted out. Maybe someone would let him inside and give him something warm to eat. But then the door opened. A man yelled, "Get out of here." Oh no. Scrawny Cat's just hungry, waiting by the door. And the man yelled, "Get out of here." So the Scrawny Cat bolted down the street straight into a big dog. Growled the dog. The skittery Scrawny Cat raced away all the way back to the dock. Growled the big dog right behind. The dog was growling at Scrawny Cat. Poor Scrawny Cat. What else could the scared little Scrawny Cat do? He leaped into a dinghy just as kaboom! Rain plummeted down. The big dog ran away. So he ran down to the dock and he jumped into the dinghy. And the big dog finally ran away. The Scrawny Cat huddled under the dinghy seat. Up and down the dinghy rocked on the waves. Just the way someone used to rock the Scrawny Cat in a chair. The tuckered out Scrawny Cat put his head on his paws and fell asleep. Poor Scrawny Cat. He's a little tired. And he's going to sleep in the little dinghy. The wind blew. The waves crashed. The rope tying the dinghy to the dock snapped. Oh no. The boat's going to float away because the rope snapped that was anchoring it to the dock. When the Scrawny Cat woke up, all he saw was water. Water everywhere. He's out in the middle of the sea. Poor shivery Scrawny Cat. He lapped the rainwater in the bottom of the dinghy and wished his stomach didn't chew so on his ribs. So he's hungry, but he's going to drink that water. Poor Scrawny Cat. He's scared. He's out in the middle of the ocean by himself. At last, the sun came up, golden across the waves. Up ahead, just where the boat was headed, the Scrawny Cat saw a rock and a tree and a house on the sand. So Scrawny Cat sees something in the distance. He saw a rock and a tree and a house on the sand. A woman came out of the house. She had been a sailor once, but her ship had crashed on the rocks. She had built a little house for herself and settled down to catch fish and gather seaweed and pick berries. But sometimes she missed sailing the open sea, and all by herself she got a little lonely. So there's that woman. She made a house for herself because her boat wrecked on that little island. Now she came down to the shore to see what the storm had blown in. What did the storm blow in? There's the dinghy. The Scrawny Cat on it. The Scrawny Cat hunched under the dinghy seat, Would the woman throw things at him and call him, "Get out of here"? The dinghy grated on the sand. The woman reached down. So there's the poor Scrawny Cat. He's scared. What will the woman say? And she picked the Scrawny Cat up. "How did you get way out here all by yourself?" the woman said. "You must be quite the sailor cat." So, look at the woman holding up little Scrawny Cat. Did she call him, "Get out of here"? No. She called him a sailor cat. The woman took the Scrawny Cat inside of her house. She rubbed him dry with a towel and put a bowl of fish stew on the floor. I bet Scrawny Cat loves that because he's hungry. The Scrawny Cat lapped up the stew until his stomach was round and full. The woman picked him up again. Would she throw him out the door? I would hope not. Do you think she's going to throw him out the door? Not at all. She sat in a rocking chair and scratched the Scrawny Cat's ears. "I've been wanting some company for some time," the woman said, "and here you come, sailing in like a regular skipper." The Scrawny Cat purred. "Skipper, that's what I'll call you," the woman said. "I'm Emma." Skipper purred harder and licked Emma under her chin. So what's the Scrawny Cat's name now? Skipper. And what's the woman taking care of him now? What's her name? That's Emma. So we've got Emma and Skipper now. If you're lucky enough to go sailing someday far out to sea, you might see them together, Skipper and Emma. Skipper isn't scrawny anymore. He is a real sailor cat now. And look at them. They've got a boat. There's Emma. And there's Skipper right in the front. He's not so scrawny anymore, but he sure does look happy. But best of all, Skipper belongs to Emma, and Emma belongs to Skipper. So I'm so glad Skipper found a forever home and is no longer a scrawny cat anymore. So I hope you enjoyed this one, Scrawny Cat, and thank you for tuning in, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.